Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Relay 3, Round 2. Winners bracket, we have claycord versus Series Dedication. I'm Juniper, and today I'm joined by Arrow.
Hello.
Just like we have been this weekend, it is 116, 114, and 1-7. It looks like it's going to be a great match. We have one of the top seeds versus one of the favorites of the whole, just fan favorites in general. Everyone here is a really good player. I'd love to see it.
And right off the bat, Jungle Temple Lava Pool.
Yeah,
Pretty non-standard seed, but one that we have seen a similar one in the match before this round. So, wow, Seed Finder is really in love with their jungle seeds recently.
you know what? I don't blame them. I love me a Jungle Temple.
Griffin having some trouble with a creeper over there, but seems to be fine now.
Yeah, get some extra
Oh, and
blocks.
Blazer too.
Oh,
But
at
yeah,
least they're both getting it.
both looting the same chests, although in a different order. And Blazer is out of the temple a bit earlier, but it's mostly even.
Yeah, just a mere second head start. Nothing too crazy. Looks like 6 gold, 7 iron.
Yeah,
Uh,
could be enough
and
to craft all the tools.
yeah, no
And
problems here. Gold
Griffin
shovel, gold
saving a
axe.
bit of time with his signature.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. This one is pretty easy to access right to the bottom here, so no worries at all.
Yeah, Griffin
Oh,
loots
this is
a side
a nice
chest first, gets a
housing.
mobby.
Yeah, getting that side chest and housing. Obby is really useful here. They can definitely save him even a trip upstairs.
Gonna affect the mental for serious dedication a bit.
Yeah, for sure, for
We're gonna have
sure.
to see how that goes.
It is definitely very tough to keep going after a death in a tournament. If you've ever played in a tournament, you know it's like to just make some mistakes, even take a death. You gotta
Yeah,
keep going.
except for me, I never make mistakes in tournaments.
You're just built different.
Yeah, not a single one. Never died. Anyway, Griffin
Placed.
getting the backup blocks here, which is a
Yep.
good play.
Pretty standard in housing routes these days just to get the backup routes.
Yeah, especially
Especially,
in stuff like tourneys, ranked. A lot of
yeah.
people more used to doing it now.
Yeah, even in like the more of the standard routes that start from the top of the bastion, automatically get those. at least in housing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of become standard. No problems here. Looks like Priffin is not too far away from getting everything he needs from trades. Does have to
Yeah.
run back upstairs to get the last bit of obsidian, if I had to guess. Blazer back in the nether already. Already been
Yeah,
to a seed.
gonna be
Knows
able to
where
save a
things are.
little bit of time with prior knowledge of the seed, but still gonna be a little bit of a pretty high disadvantage to come back from again.
For sure, for sure. Tons of obsidian in these chests up here.
Ooh.
I mean, absolutely tons. This is
And
crazy.
Griffin
Gets to go
unhangs
hang
that
out.
pearl that he
Yeah.
hung like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, right when you enter the bastion. Meanwhile, Blazer actually starting to do the route again. This
Yeah.
manhunt in this wet housing is just not fun.
Gets a zombie pig there, which is also very not good. Kind of messes up the whole route.
Yeah, for sure. Griffin
Yeah, not going to
already
be
in
able to
the
aggro any
fortress.
pigs there. Yeah, and Griffin has to dig into the fortress, only like slightly exposed. But yeah, into it now. Gonna be looking for the spawner. Finds one pretty quickly. Right. We're gonna be seeing instant blaze bed here, looks like, as soon as he kills these blazes.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. You want to get that blaze bed off as soon as possible. Doing
Yep,
the side blaze bed, very nice, very fancy looking.
very nice. Those
It's
sort of,
not
get some
too much
lava,
different
but
from other setups, but it just does look a little nicer.
yeah, I prefer that setup partially because it just looks cooler.
It does look cooler.
And it's also easier to set up on open spawners.
Yeah, it's just 2 blocks, and that's well, you need the one by the spawner as well.
Kind of a scuffed split so far. Still has to build out
Blazer.
the spawner to avoid more blazes falling,
Yeah, it's
and then
not
has to
too
deal with that
bad.
lava. I mean,
Blazer
already
having
dealt with the
to
lava.
kind of throw a bunch of pigs back into the hole. Didn't have a
Oh.
whole ton from the initial route because of the zombie pig. Adapting, finding the pigs anyways.
Yeah,
Prevent the built-out spawner. And the iron sword.
ooh. Rare iron sword and spawner strats. Not
Yeah,
entirely sure how good it is, but maybe it's
I
pretty
guess
good.
it's,
I mean, his gold axe broke, I think, so he
yeah,
has
it
to
did.
use some weapon, but
The axe did indeed break. Didn't have iron for an axe, so sword it is. Not too
does
bad at all.
still have some gold, but yeah, I guess the iron sword is not a bad option either way.
Yeah, feeling good with the iron sword.
In the
Enough
meantime,
to make it
ooh,
at least.
Blazer also taking a lot of damage to the piglin there,
Ooh,
having some
Blazer's just not
issues.
having the best time in this bastion today. Hate to see
Yeah,
it.
but seems to be getting it off now, fairly safe. A little low on health, but not being chased anymore.
Eating that zombie flesh now.
Yep, and
Another jungle on
Griffin.
the blinds.
Oh my god,
Absolutely
the entire
ridiculous.
world is a jungle. I can't believe it. And Griffin's eye goes inside the tree. This is why you gotta love jungle blinds.
Yes, yes, we love jungle blinds.
And we're seeing some awesome boat eye here. Oh.
Oh,
Griffin has some trouble with the vine there, but seems to
that's
have to
alright.
throw another eye. Which is pretty rare to see with boat eye, I think. And in the meantime, Blazer making their way to the fortress.
Yeah. Blazer able to pick up the pace just a little bit after that death. Not doing too bad after that. Definitely health is not where you want it to be, but it should be enough.
Yeah, and trying to subsist off of rotten flesh is not exactly very optimal, but hopefully
Gotta
they
do
can
what you
make it
gotta do.
work.
Spawner right there.
Oh,
Nice
interesting.
closed spawner.
Yeah, it's a different spawner than the one Griffin went to. Oh,
Oh,
uh-oh.
oh, okay, we're back.
Oh, we're
We're
back.
back.
Okay.
All good, all good.
And
A little spooky, but effective.
Blazer about to do a blaze
Blaze
bed,
bed. Yep. Pretty standard
which,
close
you
spawner
know,
setup.
seems pretty on brand. It is in his name after all. You know,
A blazer bed.
yeah.
These rates on the blazes are not that great.
Yeah, Griffin
Prin's
has
been
been
here for a
spending quite a bit of
while.
time here. Although,
Prin's been here for like 5 minutes.
oh, shoots a crossbow at that blaze that's been there for like a really long time. Just shooting at him.
Alright, finally has
And
enough rods.
yeah,
I felt like
seems to
that
be
took
getting out now.
forever.
Um,
Oh.
I don't really know what the time is because the timer on top is missing and the IGT on Griffin is inaccurate. But
Oh.
oh,
Oh, there we go.
there we
Thank you,
go.
Murph.
So it's just over 10 minutes. All right, so pretty decent pace. It's nothing
Yeah.
insane. Not tourney record already passed by. It was like 10:02 or something.
No sub 10 yet?
Yeah. We've had a few sub 10s IGT, but none RTA so far.
That makes sense.
Oh, I love the strat. Using the bucket to move ever so slightly faster in the lava.
Blazer
And
also
finds
finding
the
the
spot.
jungle spawn, or jungle blind. Getting a bit
Yep.
higher up, not having to worry about the trees as much.
And not doing bow eye, just doing classic high zoom macro,
There we go.
cornering himself. Yeah.
Griffin does not hit spawn or starter though. Having to
Yeah,
go
interesting.
back. Probably just a chunk off. Yep.
Yeah,
Just a chunk off.
start looks like it was right here. And finds the direction
Oh.
pretty confidently. Oh, and here's
Oh my
Silverfish.
god.
Oh my god, this port room.
Whoa, it's a 4 or 3 eye.
Wow. And Death Freeze setting. Are we going to see a 0 attempt here?
It's possible. Maybe just trying to get the health.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Looks like setting up the maybe setting up the
Maybe
inventory a little
crafting a
bit.
few eyes.
We shall see. Throw in the pearls. Is this a 0
Oh my
attempt?
god.
Oh.
Sorts his inventory in the middle.
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
back
looked at where the
tower.
dragon
I
was. Did not feel confident with it.
can't quite see what tower that was, but yeah. Depending on what tower height it is on back, it's kind of hard. So, well, and that was a very tall one. So yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand.
Those tall ones in the back are really annoying.
Yeah, doing a standard automat half bow here. Oh my god. Don't get hit off.
It's one thing for Zoom on the front, but on the back half, they're just so annoying. Maybe even
Yeah.
possible.
Griffin still on that rotten flesh, which is funny. But yeah, has free
Well,
beds and free anchors to his name right now.
That's all he needs. Blazer's still at the spawner here. Still gonna be here for just a little bit. We saw Griffin here for quite a few minutes. I expect Blazer to have the same rates.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe a little better spawns, so he's not just chilling for like half a year, but so it goes.
Well, we're gonna see. Blazer does look like they're about on the same pace IGT wise as Griffin's run was, but of course with the death wasting 3 minutes, they're still behind anyway.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Nice force spawn here, helping out quite a bit. None of them dropped though.
Oh.
Maybe one did.
Wait, maybe maybe one might have.
Yeah,
not going for that blaze.
Still feeling good. Blazer just heading second forwards.
Yep.
That was a little spooky. I couldn't see whether or not they had the fire resistance. One cycle coming in for Griffin.
Yeah. Finds another bed in his inventory, so he actually had 4 beds free anchors, but yeah. And we're gonna see here. Probably not quite a 4 bed, but with an anchor.
Yep.
Gets the 5 explosive.
Very nice.
Alright, pretty standard run, sub 15.
We're gonna see Antricus coming in for 114 here for claycord. Blazer.
The fraud himself.
This Fraudricus.
Yeah.
Coming out.
quite an interesting seed already. Like sees everything right off spawn: temple, lava pool, gravel village,
Spruce,
and
everything you.
probably yeah, true, and
Not often we
probably a
see
dark
snow
hook
right
somewhere
next.
as well.
Not often we see the snow right next to the desert.
Oh my god,
Uh,
this was a missed
Blaze.
opportunity for Tundra Village. I feel. Why
True.
did the seed finders not add one?
Blazer not finding the
Anyway,
instant nav. Wait, here's this. Also, here's the
yep, yeah,
the silverfish four
now
eye.
finds it.
It is a four eye.
Antricus is I think really deliberating on whether he wants to mine this block or not.
Yeah, really thinking about it. Not sure.
Yeah.
Blazer entering the end here.
Already splicing, someone says in chat. The fraud knows no bounds. True.
Frauding the whole tournament by timing
Oh my
the
god.
stream
We're
unfreezes. He's
we're
gonna
gonna
be done.
come we're gonna come back. Yeah, he's gonna be like in the stronghold already at like 2 minutes. Yep.
Average
Seems
fraud
real.
because looks like Blazer here is not doing any sort of half bow or anything. Just straight up going for the perch.
Yeah. And I think the perch isn't standardized anymore in 116, so could get it faster than Griffin did. Griffin had to wait a little bit, but we're gonna have to see how it goes for Blazer.
I think it was a 3-minute perch maximum.
Yeah, there's a forest perch at 3 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
Antricus is gone.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, fraud.
He is now deceased. The funeral will be tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Tune in.
Tune in to Antricus' funeral streamed live on twitch.tv/Minecraft Java speedrunning.
Rest in peace.
And Blazer gets a pretty decent perch.
Yeah, not bad at all.
He's gonna finish like a minute faster than Griffin in the IGT, but again, behind on the RTA total.
Yeah, pretty nice one cycle there from Blazer. Redaband's gonna be moving in for 114, and Antricus is back alive, returned from the dead.
Yep, looting the village.
What kind of necromancy has gone on? We shall not know.
Already taking the brewing stands.
To help with the jobs.
Yeah.
Because you want to remove the job blocks so that when you go to set down the ones you actually want, like the what's it called? Fletcher. I'm trying to call it the Flint guy.
Flint.
I was
the
like, you
Flint
use
guy.
Flint to make the crafting table.
I mean, yeah.
So you want the
and
Fletcher,
there's a Flint trade as well.
And you also want the clerics in a better spot. So you just want to remove all the job blocks.
Anyway. So it's looking like, is that double digits amount of iron in that temple? I couldn't quite see.
It is, like 14.
14 iron, Jesus Christ.
That is a lot.
So yeah, pretty much full iron tools, bucket, everything you need.
Yeah,
Antricus already at the lava pool. Oh,
yeah.
Takes a little bit of damage to that lava.
Not too big of a deal, but just a little silly.
Yeah. And entering on pretty good pace. Oh.
Not quite sure. There we go.
Yeah. Entering at sub 4, pretty standard enter. I'm gonna see how good this nether is.
You're just kind of slicing good nether.
Pretty good.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
It's just
all
right
legit.
there. Oh, ready. Just kind of having to take the TNT to the face. Did not plan an escape route. Is fine though.
Bit of an interesting play there, but yeah, sure. I mean, I guess you're gonna get food anyway, so not a big deal, but generally not optimal to take a TNT to the face.
Still looks a little silly. Serious Dedication are only about 2 minutes behind now. Blazer making up some time. Even just having a better split in the end.
Yep, Antricus is gonna be blaze betting this spawner. It's enclosed,
nice.
so definitely
love to see a blaze bet.
Probably the better option.
Sometimes we don't see players blaze bed in this version. We're more just used to doing it on 116. That's good. All the time. Okay, not all the time. but when you have like a
Yeah,
shield in
sometimes
114,
it's not good. I can speak
yes,
from experience.
yeah, like 1-7, sometimes you can just get overloaded by places.
Yeah.
I've seen that in tourneys. It
Um,
has not been fun.
Redaban seems to be taking some extra time to make sure he gets all the job blocks here.
Yep, getting the looms, getting the cauldrons. There's
Yep.
a ton of job blocks in this village.
And getting some flint.
Yep. Antricus just mowing through these blazes. No issues.
Yeah, taking care to get the job blocks, like, just place all the job blocks before entering the nether, which I think, I don't know about this play because it really only pays off if you come back from the nether so early that you can do a bit of first day trading.
Yeah. As long as you get it done for a second day, I think that's really what matters. Like before you start blowing up houses.
Yeah.
Other than that, should just be fine.
Meanwhile, Antricus gets the last of his blaze rods, I believe. Yep. Already coming back to the village on a pretty fast nether split.
Yeah,
Gonna
absolutely
be
insane.
leaving at about maybe 6:30 or a little bit slower.
Yep.
Has to
Looks like
find this
Ready
portal first.
is going to be slightly slower on the entrance, but did take a little more time to kill all the job
Or
blocks.
might be looking for chests, actually, Ontricus.
Oh, that's
There's something he
true.
did do last match as well.
Yep, just trying to see what's in the chest. Looks like a free bit of gold. Not too bad, not too bad. Looks like Ready's already kind of like setting up trades on day one.
Yeah, Ontricus
I set up the
saving,
bow and
getting a
everything
pretty good
already.
amount of gold here.
Normally we don't see
Yeah.
players set up on this first day like this. So it's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's an interesting play because I don't think Reddy, definitely not going for like full first day trading. Like, he would have to be blowing up the Dark Oak like way earlier for that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Meanwhile,
So I
Antricus
don't know.
on his way back, making his way to the forest.
Yep. At just under 8 minutes. So yeah,
Yep,
very fast paced run.
doing quite well here. Gonna be able to get all the beds, be able to sleep.
Yeah.
Or all
Redaban
the
gonna be
trees and be able
entering
to
the
sleep.
nether.
Probably be able to set up all the TNT before sleeping. At
Yeah.
least a good chunk of it.
I mean with this much time, definitely gonna have probably gonna be going back to the village by the time he has to sleep. So has like 2.5 minutes left. There's a
Yeah.
lava pool in the Dark Oak.
That is a little silly.
Being a bit hesitant with TNT placement. I couldn't quite catch how much TNT he has, but depending on how
Currently at
much,
6, 5.
and already quite a few exploded, so like I think did have quite a lot of TNT going in, so doesn't have to worry too much about placement. Can just
Yep.
focus on getting them next to enough trees and being out fast enough.
Yep. Just kind of not worrying too much about it. Placing through the last of these TNT. Now I get to
Yep.
see all the collection now, which probably takes longer than it does to put the TNT up.
Yeah.
Ready Van making his way through the fortress here. Not quite finding a spawner right away. These long hallways with nothing open does not help.
Antricus having to do a little bit more of inventory management here to pick up all the items that he wants.
Yeah, for sure. There's some free apples on the ground. Who doesn't love an apple?
Oh my god.
I love me some apples.
I mean, they're a worse food source in Minecraft, but you can't deny that they're healthier than bread. So
Yeah, all those
I think
carbs really get to you.
yeah, I think Andrika is making the wrong lifestyle decision here. Kind of sad to see, but you know we are all Minecraft speedrunners, so what does it matter?
know, can't really say too much. We do love our bread.
Has just split the log stacks again.
Oh, Ready taking quite a bit of fire damage
Ooh.
here.
Yeah, has some
The
lava in the
spawner,
spawner.
yeah, the
I can't.
spawner
I don't think
regen.
he got rid of the source block for that lava because
No,
it doesn't seem to be going down.
still having to contend with these blazes. That one's not in a
Yeah,
good spot.
that one's taking a bath in the lava.
Just chilling.
Um,
Oh my god.
Antricus getting some trades day one before sleeping, which is
Ready
definitely a very
not
good
in
time
a good
save. Oh my god.
position.
Already,
Just
fan.
sitting in the
Uh-oh.
corner. Okay,
Can eat
golden
the
apple.
golden apple, which does help a little bit. But yeah, definitely needs to hurry up with this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's gonna get overrun pretty quickly.
Uh, Tons of
Has built
sandstone
himself,
down.
yeah, has built himself a sort of maze with sandstone.
I think finally
Is
got
that
the
the
source
source
block.
block?
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Not as scary anymore. Able to recover. Blaze Rod does go in the lava though.
Yeah.
That is
And Antricus
unfortunate.
already doing a few trades with the villagers that he got.
Yeah.
Actually, going around the village, getting multiple villagers to be able to get more trades done faster here.
Yeah. Very smart. Making good use of the trading mechanics.
Yep. And now going to be breaking more job blocks as he has to wait.
Yep. I still, yeah, not cool. Just about at restock time. It's just about there. Trying to get all the trades in before the infinite restock goes
Yep.
crazy. Should be rather soon. Oh, villagers are not
Oh,
always cooperating.
Fletcher just runs away. Oh, has to break that.
Yep, not ideal.
Yep.
Oh,
Gets
just
another
bringing everyone
villager.
over. Does not
Yep.
care about this the restocking at all. Just going villager to villager to villager to villager. Redaban is out of the nether. While making his way out at least.
Yeah. Out of the nether, almost at nighttime, which is considerably worse pace, unfortunately. But yeah,
Yeah, did do a little bit of setup before going into the nether,
yeah, but
but
it's a bit
still,
questionable how much of it was really necessary. And yeah,
that is very
Andrika's
true.
gonna be done here really quick. Because especially with all that gold he got in the fortress, able to save a bit of time on restocks for the cleric.
Yeah, absolutely getting past some
And
of that base
already
lock by going to so many villagers.
doing an ifro at low 13 OX, which is really
That is
quick.
one of the fastest eye throws I've seen on this version,
Yeah,
especially on attorney.
already gets a pretty decent measurement. Has only 2 offsets that are at a decent percentage.
Yeah,
So can
one's like
throw another
1300,
eye.
one's like 2000. So hopefully it's a closer one. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Reddybad
think
had to sleep instantly.
if you're really high rolling, you could just go for the 1300 and assume that the seed finders wouldn't give you a stronghold that's that far. Although it is a bit
I
of a
don't
risk
know.
still.
Yesterday we did have one that was like no ocean on 114. It was over like mountains and stuff. It's like 2K.
Yeah, it's not
So
really that common, but still can happen, especially since
Monstrous,
measuring from spawn, you're usually going to get a decently close stronghold anyway.
yeah, Monstrous having some extra pearls help navigate this train.
Yep.
Not
Gonna
just
be
kind
trying to
of
get a
trying to get a
dolphin soon.
yeah, dolphin be a pretty juicer. No
Doesn't seem
worries
to be
though.
getting it though.
Yeah,
In the
unlucky.
meantime, Redaban setting up his inventory.
Yeah,
And gonna be blowing up the Dark Oak here, starting at about 12 minutes.
yeah, just a little behind.
Yeah. Definitely picking and choosing his spots a bit more compared to Antricus, which I don't know if it's really the correct play with a lot of TNT, but
Did use one TNT early for a house, but I still think
oh
eight's still enough, I think. As long as the
yeah,
placements are
probably
decent.
have enough. You don't need a lot of TNT if you're placing it at optimal spots. And oh my god, what is happening to Joshkis?
Um,
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 Erm?
um,
Is this a 114 moment?
this
I think
feels like a
sure.
114 moment.
I feel like I've had this happen to me before, and yeah, you definitely just relog in that scenario.
Alright, Andrika's back alive.
Yeah, that's
Having some troubles.
might have lost a little bit of IGT to that, and I guess RTA as well, but yeah,
I think worst case scenario, that just gets time taken off for them. Because that was,
maybe.
I don't know, it wasn't too big of a deal.
But
But also
yeah,
I'm not an org, so I'm just a little guy in the booth.
hmm,
That's all I am. Still looking for the dolphin on Tricos. Not able to
yeah,
get it.
so unfortunate. Dolphin spawning in 114 is like really inconsistent for some reason. I don't really understand how you're meant to do it because doing 2RD almost never works. And
I'm just he's gotta hope.
yeah,
He's gotta pray.
just pray. Gotta be getting close to the first offset now, so you could be seeing a pretty fast stronghold here.
Yeah,
Can't quite
very
see the
possible.
timer, but I think it's just over 16 minutes right now.
Yeah, 1630 RTA or IGT.
Yeah, and about just
17.
reaching 17 in RTA.
Yeah. Looking for the ocean exposed here. Maybe
Oh,
stopping at the next island to throw an eye. Nope, never mind. Prove
nope.
me wrong, Antrikes. Prove me wrong. I see how it is. Wait.
Oh,
Oh,
change of direction. Might be seeing it. I can't quite tell.
going down
Yeah,
underwater. Sees it.
does see some rooms. Is this the portal room?
Not the portal room. This is
No,
just a
it's just a
random
random room.
intersection.
Yeah, so still gonna ouch now the stronghold and find it. Hopefully not too far away. Checking some light rooms. It's a pretty good play.
Uh, okay, all good with the amount of mobs. Not
Yeah,
too bad. Still just trying to nav through this. Trying to just
yeah.
check out some rooms as he
At
makes
this
his way
point,
back
not
out.
really going back to starter, just trying to check nearby rooms, but unfortunately it's not quite working. Does reach
Now,
starter though,
yep,
and goes to the
perfect.
left already.
Yep,
I mean, right, having explored a lot of mid already.
yep, that makes perfect sense. No reason to keep going down a route you already saw a bunch of. Might as well check elsewhere. Doesn't look like it's down this way either.
Yeah, doesn't look like a very good path. Might
Might
have
be
to go
back
back
down mid.
mid,
Yeah,
which is a
down a
bit
route.
unfortunate. Tourney record slipping away already, but still
No.
a very good pace run regardless.
Absolutely. For sure, for sure.
Anyway, checking some more rooms. Does see it already. Gonna be entering the end at about 1840-ish IGT, about 19 flat RTA.
Yeah, very, very good. Very good. Gonna be seeing pretty nice endings here. I don't recall if Antricus picked up arrows and a bow.
Probably
Doesn't look
did.
like it.
It's pretty common to see that in 114. Did pick up a bow, so I would be surprised if he had no arrows.
You never know.
I mean,
Some people are
it would be
silly.
pretty funny. Like
Yep,
just
just doing a half bow.
you go for the effort of buying a bow, you get to
Just
the end and just no arrows.
that would be a little silly,
True.
but no silliness here. Standard half bow. Up on the
Dragon
tower.
blocks one of the shots.
Yeah.
Having a little bit of trouble hitting those two crystals, but does
Getting
manage
a
to
lot
get
of the
them.
crystals down.
Ooh,
Very nice.
take some fireball damage. as he's going down, but nothing too bad. He still has extra food.
Redaban absolutely leaving now. Gets the dolphin actually.
Yeah,
Redaban is the actual fraud here. Managed to
true.
get a dolphin.
We'll be able to save a little bit of time, unfortunately, but still falling quite a bit behind compared to Andricus, who was already in the stronghold at this time.
Yeah, for sure. Having
So
a
yeah,
little
we're
bit of
gonna
RTA disadvantage, now has a pretty decent IGT disadvantage as well.
we're gonna have to see something happening here to either Andricus or Enfium in order for the comeback to be really feasible.
Yep, here comes the one cycle for Antricus.
Yep.
1, 2, good damage.
3,
4
4
plus 1,
plus
very
1.
nice.
Alright.
That's gonna have Infium coming in for 1-7 for claycord here, as Redaban is swimming over to the stronghold.
Yeah.
Here we go. No, very
And
standard
another
kind of
temple.
desert temple.
Let's
Infium
go.
was kind of hoping for a structureless seed.
Damn.
He was
Well, you
very
can
excited
never
to see one
say
last night.
what you're hoping for. Otherwise, the seed finders will just give the exact opposite to you. It's just a rule. Let's see if he gets looting free in this temple. Wow, did not get any books
No,
actually. So
it's
yeah,
not like he's gonna be upset with the temple. It's very, just kind of standard how it is for
yeah,
tournaments,
true.
but it just feels a lot better on the structuralist compared to others. A lot of people don't like the structuralist.
Grabbing all his wool.
Yep,
See some
grabbing,
animals nearby. Does
punching the
entity
sheep.
punching.
Yep, saving a little hunger.
Sees a village too.
A little bit
Interesting.
of animal abuse to save hunger. Looks like we are seeing the bone meal and the carrots. Very
True.
nice. A little optimization to get a
An
few
epic
more
strat.
bit of food. Eating while punching as well, saving a little time. Eye comes out for ready to get the actual coordinates.
Yeah, gonna be the third eye measurement. No, second actually. Already measured. So yeah, looks like he's
Another
probably pretty
dolphin? Oh my
close.
god.
Oh my god. Or maybe that was the same dolphin and it just stayed there once he got to the coast.
Either way,
Yeah.
that's fraud.
Doubling back right around the same island Antricus was at, so I was gonna say probably gonna be seeing the ocean exposed, but I think he didn't see it.
Yeah, does not
And
look
to
like
be
Redavan
fair,
saw it.
it doesn't make a huge difference since the portal room wasn't exposed anyway, but yeah.
Throwing
Throws an
the
extra
eye.
eye while digging down.
Yeah, has the
Interesting.
14 eyes, just kind of throwing one to throw in, I guess.
Yeah. Digging down at just about 20 minutes.
Yeah, not too bad. We've seen the
Definitely
nav come
saves
out.
some time on the
Instantly goes to
travel.
the right.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't even
don't
go
hate
mid.
this. I don't hate this, but also
Yeah.
we know the stronghold. Checking out
Yeah.
behind where starter is not a bad idea. There's a lot of room back there for the portal room. Does not find
But
it.
unfortunately, this wasn't where it was anyway. It was down middle behind the hidden room. So we're
Yeah.
gonna see how long it takes Redabench to find that out.
And Few meanwhile just been gathering all the basic needs. The
Yeah.
1-7 room run, getting some feathers, getting leaves,
Does
picking
he?
up some
Yep,
food in
he
the
does
village.
check the hidden room, and he's gonna see the well, as soon as he can get to that hidden room, he's
Yeah,
gonna be seeing the portal room now.
yeah,
It
there it
has no
is.
button anymore.
Having just kind of mind through it. We're gonna see
Yeah.
Infium entering the Nether already. It's just over 3 minutes, 3.5.
Yeah, very good nether enter for a 1.7 run.
Absolutely blazing through this early game. Ban
Meanwhile,
now in the
Redaben in the
end.
end.
Both of them are
Let's see
hopping
if
dimensions.
yeah. Let's see if he got a bow and arrow.
No
Although,
instant fortress, having to look around.
oh, interesting.
Using that NT punching again for the summon a boat.
does see the fortress now. It
Yeah,
was just a
not
bit
too
hidden
bad.
by terrain.
Just over a little hill, not too bad. We're also gonna see half bow set up here for ready.
Let's go. Half bow, my beloved.
Sandwiched by blazes here a little bit in fume.
Yeah. And with a wither skeleton right behind there as well. Gonna have to be a bit careful here. But in
Yeah,
fume, handling it pretty easily.
diamond sword helping out a lot. Able to just mow through this, no problem. Looks like
Already
it's
on quite
two
a few blaze
spawners
rods.
back to
And yeah,
back.
2 spawners.
Just
Not
across the
quite a
hallway.
double. Unfortunately, you can't activate both at the same time, but still very good.
Yeah, you can still definitely at least get one cycle on one.
Already,
We
like,
just run back.
pretty good rod rates. Like, I saw quite a few drop already.
Yeah.
Like, it might be on 4 and
Wait.
5. Might be
Wait.
leaving, actually.
Wait. He's just leaving.
See?
Oh no, he's just
There's
taking
no way.
blocks.
Oh.
Oh, he's getting blocks for
Wha-
Lava Fence Tower.
This
That
is
makes sense.
interesting, though. And Red
Wait,
Band,
now he's leaving.
yeah. Yeah, so he
Okay,
did get enough rods. That's really interesting. The rates were insane here.
just out of another 5 minutes. Redband not
Yeah,
quite finishing off the dragon here on this cycle.
oh, it's gonna be
Having to axe
close,
down.
but
Does
does
it get
get
it?
it.
Does get it. Does get it. I was worried a little bit with the HP.
About a 24-ish minute run on the RTA. Throws a pearl in the fountain. And Infume out of the nether at 520-ish,
They
which is
entered the
insane.
dimensions at the same time. They left them at the same time as well.
True.
Oscar taking over for 1-7 for serious dedication. Meanwhile, Infume's already out of the nether somehow.
Yeah. I
He's
mean, what
gonna
do you
push
even do with all
cords.
this time?
You can
Like,
definitely
you
push
can,
cords pretty hard. You can pre-dig your hole.
yeah, you can push cords and pre-dig with this kind of time. And you
Having
might
the pie chart
even,
open to see if
and you might even
maybe...
have some time left over at that.
Oh, something appeared on the... Checking the pie charts. It's possible it runs over the stronghold while pushing cords. That's what he's
Yeah.
checking for.
We have seen people push cords and end up like towering like 20 blocks from the stronghold before.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna... Infume's hoping to do.
Yeah.
Also just be able to find the best terrain possible. Another village out here.
Yeah, might be, could be throwing off his pie chart a little bit. Not entirely sure how the pie chart in 1.7 works, but
It
dumping the
does, it sure
lava.
does.
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure either, to be
oh,
fair.
patching the lava pool. Might be planning
Yep.
to build a tower nearby.
That'd make a lot of sense. This terrain does seem pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's close, somewhat close to here.
At this point, there's not too much point in pushing cords further, and he might be closer to the stronghold based on his pie chart,
I
but
can't quite see cords. The UI is just a little small.
yeah. It might be a bit
Meanwhile,
more visible on the mainstream, hopefully, like on Twitch. But I can't
yeah,
quite see it here.
same
But either
as
way, it
well.
did run a lot, so
Just grinding gravel all day, every day.
yep.
Didn't really have time at the blazes to grind gravel in between spawns. Which is normally where you do it. Oscar going through the early game motions. Yep, setting up for lava fence. Looks like getting slabs. Has the fence. Has the lever. Wait.
Ooh, you could be seeing a
Oh,
trampoline here.
I saw that lever craft. I saw
Ooh,
it.
that is going to be interesting.
It has been the bane of some people's existence here in Relay.
Yeah. But it has been pulled off successfully quite a few times, so we're going to see.
I would love to see it. Yep, goes for the pre-dig.
Yup.
Love to
Very
see
nice
it.
play. Still at about 827-ish on the IGT. Has a lot of time.
Ports are about 700, 300.
Oh,
Very,
yeah, that's definitely in the ring. That's
yep,
pretty optimal, in fact.
really good chords, really good terrain.
Surely he doesn't dig into the stronghold, right? Well, we don't get to know.
Nope, doesn't seem like it.
I can't quite tell if that was a full pre-dig or not.
It
Might
seemed like
have
it definitely
not.
was.
Yeah, probably got most of the way there, if not all.
Yep, just doing the leaves all the way up, so it's much easier to dig down. Just take the
Yep.
shears and just head on down.
At about 9, 10-ish, starting the tower build,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
really good
about
time.
just enough time to make it just at the start of nighttime.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Giving you a perfect tower build, if I had to guess. Looking very clean with this setup.
Oh my
Being
god.
very comfortable. We see the please don't do trampoline. Please
We see the
don't do it.
pole as well.
I
Are
believe.
you
I believe in
are
Infield.
you you're an Infu believer?
I'm an Infield believer.
Honestly, I mean if we're talking like realistically, he probably gets it, but just for the content I'm gonna vote no. I'm an Infium non-believer actually.
I'm an Infield believer.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go poorly. I think he's gonna
Oscar in the Nether.
yeah. Oscar,
Also having issues instantly finding it just a little over
yeah,
the
not
hill.
going the correct direction,
Still kind of heading
but
the correct enough direction. Keep going. Look over the hill,
yeah,
Oscar. Go.
now
There we
is
go.
gonna see it.
There
Probably
we
also
go.
gonna have a pretty fast tower split. I mean
Yep.
nether split.
Here we go.
An Infume
Infium just
now
going right
digging
through those
down.
leaves.
Yep. Very fast.
Yep, pre-dig absolutely saving me a ton of time
Breaks the
here.
shears as well, so yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need him too much after this, to be fair. Looks like Bosker is also finding the two back-to-back. Gonna be setting up for that trampoline now. Very exciting. There we
And
go.
dies. Tower start at not
11,
quite
just
perfect
11.
time, I think, but really
A little bit
close
after
enough.
11. Yeah, I mean, for having
Wow.
to also having that pre-dig saves a bit of time. Would have been about 30 seconds slower, I think.
Yeah. Gets one Enderman, looks like. So yeah, nothing crazy.
Looks like Bosker is also out very quickly out of this nether.
Yeah.
The racer just juiced. It is insane.
Yeah, and with choose spawners just right there, and depending on how many strays you can get, very, very fast nether potential. And Boscar will be leaving at a slightly slower IGT than Infume because
Still
entered Nether a bit
6:30.
later. But yeah, still
6
really fast, 6:30.
6:30 still a very good time. Has plenty of time to push chords.
Yeah,
Maybe not quite as much, but still able to get good terrain, good chords. Are you gonna pre-dig? I probably not though. That was probably what Infam did with even the extra time. Yep, gravel as well, because what else are you gonna do this much time?
yeah. I do wonder if Boscar is going to go for the same play of um, destroying the lava pools if he happens to tower up near one.
Slay fume, for sure, for sure.
Oh my god. Play fume with the decent-ish Enderman spawn so far.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Boskar is already making the hole, just doing a standard one block tower here.
Yeah,
Gonna be doing a
interesting. And
pre-dig
doing a
though.
2x1 dig, which is interesting.
Yep, does not feel good about the leaf. Just wants to make the hole all the way down. A 2x1, I guess, is a little slower to dig, but if you have time in the day, it's fine. Save a little bit of time.
Yeah, so gonna be getting the
Oh,
tower
perfect.
start probably faster than Infume, in fact, but
Is it double digits already for Infield?
uh, I couldn't quite see.
12?
12?
Already says 12.
That
I
would
saw
be
double digits for
insane.
sure.
I wasn't even sure if there were double-digit Endermen in that hole.
I definitely saw that's crazy.
But yeah,
Infume.
the rates are boosted for Ender Pearls, but even then, this is crazy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, another check. I think I was still 12 or 13.
Yeah, might be going for a few extra Endermen and then just leaving.
Yeah, it's so close.
Yep,
Yeah,
looks like he's already
there's the
gonna
leave,
leave.
there's the exit. Oh, here we go. Trampoline time.
Oh my
Slay
god,
Fume.
it's
Let's see it.
time. Let's see it. Oh my god,
Success.
I can't believe it doesn't fail it. That's so lame.
Absolutely.
I wanted to see a death.
That's so rude.
I'm sorry,
Anyways,
I'm just joking.
Infume here juicing the scene. Just
Yeah,
absolutely
out of the tower at
getting.
15 minutes. Pretty.
Oh,
Oh
the
my
pepper!
god, there's no way. That is
That
just
was so funny.
insane. Wow.
That was so funny.
Already already decently close to the stronghold. Like maybe 70-ish blocks out. I can't quite tell. Like just eyeballing it off the angle change, but yeah, pretty
Yeah,
close.
gonna be going off angle here so much soonly. Ready is or Bosker is just chilling at the top of the tower right now, grinding
Oh,
gravel.
definitely around here already based on the angle change. Yep.
Oh,
Ran over
there's
it
a return.
by about 40 blocks-ish. So gonna be getting into the stronghold really quick actually.
Yep. Bosker
Finishing
just
his
spamming
crafts at
sleep.
Yep. And now gets to just drop down there with
Yep.
the
Already
water.
has the hole pre-dug. Not
Yep.
really too much of an issue.
Yeah, will be probably a faster tower star than Infume, but
Another
kind of
eye break.
questionable if it matters right now.
Um, okay, all good.
Ooh. Yeah, blocks out that creeper just in time.
The dig down, 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Boskar, meanwhile, starting tower.
Yeah, pretty cool to see a sub 11 tower start.
Yeah, both
Doesn't get
both
any
these
Enderman
runners had
though.
insane tower starts.
Ooh. Infume.
Um,
Weird dig down. Does find the stronghold,
oh,
but not the portal room.
also finds just a ton of mobs.
Breaks the
Portal
door
room
instantly.
should be close.
Yeah.
Not quite
Bit of
sure.
a bit of a rare case of pre-19 actual stronghold nav.
Yeah, definitely don't see as often.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
there it
there.
is.
Might have missed it by a few blocks.
2i, not really too worried about
Yep.
those breaks now. Just
Yeah.
having to craft those last few eyes
Finishing
from
the
C.
iCraft and entering the end at about mid 17, which is definitely turning record pace with a good unfight.
Oh, rat.
Oh my god,
The rat
silverfish.
followed in.
The
Very
rat.
funny. The rat. Dropping the
Anyway,
RE
yeah.
to stop the dragon. Boskar getting quite a few amount of spawns. It was a 4 spawn right there.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
problems
low
here for
resistance.
Boskar. Boskar's
Alright.
looking to also have a pretty fast split.
Yeah, I mean, with these rates, definitely hard not to.
And we're gonna see the end fight here for Infume coming out. Finally, Dragon's in range.
Boskard
Take
tried to check the Ender Pearls but got killed by a spider.